Yeah,
Absolutely
first
not.
they hot shot.
Absolutely, absolutely not.
Diddy and shot. High.
No, absolutely not.
There you go. Raw hotspot.
I like that. I
Okay.
like that. I like that.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I was going to bring up, sort of, because I know we've been bringing it up a whole lot, is the survey that you get every Monday. I noticed that since the update, though, I think only select people get it, and by that I mean the actual tab, because I looked on my account and I don't have the tab to do the rate the leader. I'm assuming that's just for DFG, and I don't know, Turn, you might have to check on your tab too since you're CG if they still let you do it, because I don't see one anywhere.
James, it's actually
What?
random and anyone can get it. I actually got it like last week. You get it as a notification and then you rate the higher ups.
Well, they used to have it as a tab on the account, and I guess they removed that.
No, it's in
Oh, I
faction now.
see.
Well, I went in faction under, under the faction tab, and I don't see it anywhere.
No, because the game have to select one randomly each week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, funny enough, I got it when I was almost dead.
Yeah, because before
I got
they
it
used to.
twice. That's a CG.
Oh,
Hey
yeah,
James, I know what you're talking about. Mine's at the bottom of mine in the factions chat. I know what you're talking about.
But
but what I'm
in the
saying
open
is,
menu,
yeah, I opened faction and mine's not there. I guess that's just because I'm DFG, because I don't have it.
no. When you get it, right, right before we NRP log in to play the game, and you're standing there in front of your house, right there by the bell. When you actually get selected, it'll be right. It'll be right there. It has like a
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
column. I have a
It
video.
does,
I'm
it
gonna
does.
send you the video,
Okay.
but you have to
Yeah,
click. You do it from that menu. Because if you log in and you open the faction chat and you try to say rate leader, it's not going to let you do it in the game. You kind of got to do it from that first menu, and then you have an opportunity to open up the menu
Okay.
and rate it.
Yeah, I was just wanting to bring it up because I noticed we had somebody that got a rep for it, and I got to look and I seen that it was a little different. So I just want everybody to be aware of that, so you don't get a stupid rep for it, because the system automatically assigns a rep.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna upload it again on faction chat.
Yeah, thank you. And the other thing is, I know it's only been about a week, or I can't remember if it's been exactly a week or not, but roughly a week since the whole update. We're still trying to adjust to everything, and just keep in mind to always do interviews at our usual time. When the first day, it was pretty hectic because we were just doing interviews throughout the day, and it kind of was messing people up. And I know it's difficult, but try to compartmentalize. If they're not gonna unless they're asking you a question, or they're actually going to come to the hiring event, I told Chief, I said, I just act like they're regular NPCs, because half of them are trolls. And if they're serious about being a cop, they'll ask questions, they'll come to the hiring event, they'll get their senior cadet position and all that. So just try to go about your business. I think we've kind of got our feet under ourselves since then. And I did notice that first day or two after the update, our arrests sort of dropped off a cliff. But I think we're starting to adapt to it. And some of you guys were here for the emergency meeting the chief called. I think it was yesterday. I wasn't here for that. I'm trying to find a body cam of it so we can ping everybody so they can watch it. But he went over some stuff as well with everyone. And Turner, did you have anything you wanted to add at all about this last week?
No, I think you hit all the nails on the coffin on that. It's just to be honest, it's the second floor too. I wanna make a comment on that. I know the cadets, they have to do their first, couple trainings. They got to check all the rooms and all that stuff. But when we're doing our interviews up here, we gotta be a little bit more professional and like organized. And then like um, even just letting some people in the city know about the cadets. Some cadets are acting like they're police officers. I don't think a lot of like EMS or Army kind of they now to know that they be trolling. So it's just letting everybody know about the cadets when they're out there. They be trying to take PD cars. Sometimes the cadets take PD cars. So just lock your doors on that. But just that second, just being on this floor, especially by the elevator. If you're going, be professional. Just keep it professional up here. And that first floor is just kind of new to us, so it's just getting the legit stuff it. If you need help on the first floor, just call for backup, especially with the. I don't think you got a couple of badges in here, but badge officers not supposed to be making no arrest on first floor. So if we got, but it's different when somebody punch on you and they got to detain them. So it's just that and that door downstairs. When you're making an arrest on that jail door, I don't know how we gonna operate with that jail door because we gotta keep it closed. And when you got like somebody in handcuffs and they got their friends trolling you at the doors, just monitoring that. Well, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Any other suits want to make any comments or anything? Dirty Harry, Muhammad, Yishai, Emma?
Yeah, I got one thing. This kind of goes to what Turner was just talking about with the jail door. I give them one option to get out. If they don't get out, they get locked in there and they can respawn. I'm not going to stand there and play games with them. So that's the way I do it. Y'all can do it however y'all please, but yeah, they get one opportunity to get out, and if they don't get out, they get locked in.
Sounds good.
No, I'm good. I don't have nothing to chime in about. I'm good.
Okay, sorry, I forgot you were sitting over there. Emma, you got
No,
anything?
that's all right.
Okay. Any Vest got anything to say? Allie, Mercer, Rye Guy, anybody? Freddie?
Star, Gwen,
He
Ragai,
doesn't see us.
Escobar.
He doesn't see us.
What is it,
Not
Emma?
at this moment.
Can we like make like a unit for inside of PD? They can like take care of the cadets and the badge members who are
And
roaming
interview.
around for no reason.
Escobar, give it a time.
We have something like that. Reception unit. Kind of deal with that first floor. I think they'll piggyback off of what you said. The cadet and badge kind of go together. So yeah, I think Jane, that's a good idea, Jane.
Yeah, it is, because the reception unit is always sort of like the dead run of the whole department, and now that we have everything the way it is now, we could start building up that. See if Chief wants to start building up that reception unit with people, whether
With the
cadets or
cadets.
whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would work.
Yeah, and deputy.
I'll run that by
This
Chiefy.
guy.
Yeah. Emma, what were you going to say?
So this is just for, I guess, everyone, especially during like PD tours and whatnot, since we've been getting a lot of people hired into the faction. Like especially with certain I hope we're all like explaining everything, because I've just had a lot of badge people and unbadged people coming up and still not knowing like what like the MP procedure and stuff like that, the contraband searches. It's something we need to start doing now, or well, more like just like all the time. Is people the new people still don't they don't understand they can only put the 3.1s like the administrative charges on. I think now it says misdemeanors. So we need to start explaining that more, because there's I think at least, I mean, it happens to all of us really, like when we first start, but definitely try to make it more stress it more, that explain to them which charges they can put on it, like which ranks and whatnot. I think it's very important.
All right, thank you for that. And
Well,
I'll
sure.
see that. I'll see that Chief gets a body cam of this too, because I'm body camming it, so he knows what was said.
I wanted to comment on that real
Yeah.
quick. If that's okay. The FTO, the
I was
PD
gonna get
tour,
it. Yeah, I was
that
gonna get
PD
it.
tour, I think we should talk about that with the FTO, everybody. Before they become senior cadets, they have to check every single room in here. That is something they have to do as a task. They have to watch videos. They have their own special training. That way, when they're done with their senior cadet training, they just have to come do their police training to actually get a uniform. So us doing another PD tour when they become officers, that's a little extra. And I'm just saying, from what's the point of them having being cadets and going through all that cadet training? Because they teach them how to shoot, they teach them how to do mission patrol. They're showing with every single room in here. So why we have to do the double work? That's a
Yeah.
burnout.
Travi, what do you got to say?
So I was just gonna piggyback off that, right? That's one thing I wanted to remind. I mean, it's really for FTO, but it's for everyone else too, because you guys may or may not be a future FTO during your career in here. Remember, guys, whenever they get their macros or whenever they first come up here after they're being recruited, please take your time to explain the unbadged rules to them. Please take your time. That also goes with it. I know it doesn't say that as a column. I know it just says macros, PD tour, GWP, etc., etc. But squeeze that in there. Well, after they're done with their macros, explain that to them. Hey guys, so did you guys get a chance to read over your unbadged rules? Okay, take your time to read over that, and then explain it to them as well. See if they have questions. Because if not, that's how we start getting the issues where we're finding a lot of unbadged officers on floor one, sometimes even attempting to make arrests or tasing civilians that attempted to fight them or something, and it kind of just helps us out a little more.
What's your position though on getting rid of the PD tour, since they already do one as a cadet though?
Does it? So Turner, does it thoroughly give them a PD tour? Does it thoroughly
Okay, so they have to
explain?
go to the chief office. They got to go to the cafeteria. They got to go to the break room. They got to go to the squad room. They got to go to the shooting room. They got to go to the gym room. They got to go to the squad the downstairs, the first floor, that the conference room. They got to go to the jail cell. They got to go to mission patrol. They got to go to contraband. They got to go to this. They got to go to every room in here on their own, bro. That's part of their task. They have to do so. So that means they wasn't paying attention. If you become an officer and you don't know where the chief office is, you wasn't paying attention to your cadet training. So I'm not gonna retrain you on something that you already like. They have to do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
They gotta learn how to shoot their pistol. They gotta learn how to shoot an M4 because they have to shoot 10 shots on it with a pistol. They got to do 10 shots with an assault rifle. So they know where the shooting range is. They know how to get a gun. Like they know all that. So when they're senior cadets, we don't gotta give them a PD tour. Why I gotta see? It's a lot of rooms in here, bro. I'm not gonna take you to all the rooms all over again. That's just
okay,
I
Turner.
can say this.
So that makes sense. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Okay, what do you guys think about this, right? Okay, so in agreement with that, I say instead of doing that PD tour, we can take the time to discuss with the new recruit the PD rules, like the most ones, like specifically the part of saying, all right, look, take him to the gym room. Hey, this is the only time you can shoot or tase with other officers or horseplay around with them, fighting here, because that's something that's been a big issue. You know what I mean?
Okay, the training room where they can actually green light at and have the consent to actually. So yeah, we could go in there and explain them, but on the badge rules is very important. Before you even give a macros, I'm gonna read you a couple unbadge rules real quick. These are the do's and the don'ts and the do. Put these macros. Make sure the macros are good. Go over the macros, every one of them. Make sure they understand how we do the macros, and take them straight downstairs to learn how to do arrest procedures and taser training. We don't have to do the PD tour. That PD tour, that's gonna burn us out, bro. There's too many rooms in here, and they already learned that through the cadet.
I actually agree with that. Because
but
at the
they
same
need to know
time,
the rules
what's
and stuff.
the
That's
harm?
important. That's the importance
Well,
of the PD tour is letting them know about certain rooms and like what's being done in them. You know, like they don't know that they can't get out of the mission patrol car. That's why when you take them to the room and you tell them and
Guys,
explain to them, that's the importance of it. Like and they
one
don't know that they
important
can't
thing.
tase on certain rooms, so you know, like they need to know that stuff. That's kind of important.
well, see, I think that could be thrown in with the unbadged rules as opposed to a PD tour. I think if we just throw that in as the unbadged rules, like also, like just as I know it's a rule all around, but we could throw that in there with them. Like, hey, also on another note, you guys are not allowed, just like any other officer is not allowed, to tase or shoot another officer outside of the training room.
The PD could be cut short, like how Emma said. There's certain rooms that are meant for certain things. So if during the tour, if it's like a 5 room, we got the interrogation room here. Over here we got boom, 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 boom. Just cut it short. But mind you, we gonna grow. So imagine 7 to 8 officers, and it's gonna burn you out. I'm telling you. So we trying to make it as we hitting the key points. We hitting the key points, and they know, like, where the main rooms are, and the do's and don'ts, and then we jump right into their main training.
I mean,
But we're forgetting about one more important thing that I've seen like a lot of new people are struggling with. I did struggle with it before as well as a new person in PD, which is the violations and setting the violations. I feel like they need to have a class of violations
We
better
do
than
need to
the
have another
tour.
violations class. We need one of those bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
how
Can
Emma said.
that one is
can I
not.
say something?
That one is
Can I
not.
say something in that?
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever I was over this and I actually started this, there was 6 classes that you were supposed to do. First, it was your introduction to macro, which is inserting all your macros. After that was a PD tour, where you showed everybody everything. Then you came back up to the macro room and you did your macro and violation training, which is going over all the macros, when to use it, when not to use it, going over all of the violations, when to use them, when not to use them. And then after that, we did taser training. Then it was PD 1 and 2, and then it was drive test. It needs to go back to that, to be honest with you, because that way everybody is getting the actual training that they need. So I'm
That
just being 100%.
that system, Ali, it burnt out a lot of the previous FTO officers, and they cut off a lot of stuff. So I agree with you, and that's how I used to train. Exactly how you said, especially the violation class. It goes with the macro class, but it took about an hour and a half, 2 hours just to do that whole thing you just said. So imagine 3 to 4 FTO officers doing that. It's gonna burn you out. It's gonna burn you out. I get what you're saying. You
That's
are right, but
okay. Hold
on the
on.
flip
Hold on a
side,
second. Hold on.
uh-huh.
Hold on. Okay. So it's not supposed to be just one FTO doing all the classes. So
We know that.
it's something that it's supposed to be. There's an FTO that's doing the intro to macro class. While they're doing the intro to macro class, there's another FTO in there that's doing the tour. So that way they're not, one person is doing intro to macro, standing there getting ready for the macro and violation class, while the other guy's taking them on the tour. Then they come back in there.
Tag
That
team.
person right there is doing exactly tag teaming it, where one person is doing the intro to macro. Then they can either switch off to where the person that gave them the tour does the macro and violation class, and then the person that was standing there helping does the taser training. I mean,
So
if you rotate it out
So,
like that, it's going to be a lot
so
easier, and you're not going to get burnt out.
so how
let
so
me
how
let
the
me say
system
something.
so how the system is set up now, how we have PD set up. We have 3 people in here that can actually hire someone on. Me, James, 4. Me, James, Chief, and Johnny. So to be honest, right, if we're not here, right, we cannot really hire anybody on. So I get what you're saying, Ali, but it's hard because one of us have to be on during the hiring event, right? So what I'm trying to say, we have to have willing people to do that. Like you could be in a suit, and you know you have to be in an FTO, and we all have to get on the same page and do it as a team, because you can't force no one to be an FTO unless they're in a suit. So unless we take accountability for our ranks now,
I do understand that. I do understand that.
I get what you're saying.
I understand that 100%. But hang on.
There is actually one.
So what I was gonna say was real quick before we go on to to Hoodster. So what I was gonna say though, for real, is if we have one suit. There's always a suit that's down there in the lobby. There's always a suit that up there hiring. We can rotate the suits in and out, except for the ones that have to hire. So, for instance, the Colonel Gens, DFG, and the Chiefs obviously are not going to be in the macro room doing any of the trainings because they have to hire.
Correct.
So, I mean, that's understandable. But from Lieutenant Gens to Major Gens, put them in the macro room, step it up a little. Because I'm not going to lie, I have seen Emma doing so much of the training, but I haven't seen it really any. And I hate to say that, guys. I'm just saying I haven't really seen any of the other Major Gens doing it besides really Emma.
Hold on, what you just said? Hold on, what you said? Hold on, what you just said again? I ain't catch on to what you said.
No. I get what you're saying.
Guys, let me say something real quick.
It wasn't an attack. It wasn't an attack, Dominic.
Let me say something real quick.
No, I'm not attacking. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just saying, like, if you go look at the FTO training log, Emma's name is on there at least.
I get that point.
In a week.
Okay,
so that's all I'm saying.
All right, hear me out, guys. Look, let me say something, guys. Look, we're gonna be having violations class, but let me tell you guys something. If violations, if trying to understand certain things is a problem, you guys gotta understand. If somebody wants to learn something, they gotta go hunt for it too. I know, me personally, I wanted this. You know what I mean? When I was struggling with violations, I asked officers, but I also took my time to read over things. I didn't just learn it. It's something that I had to do. You got to go out of your way. Many people can complain about they don't know violations, they don't know this. Bro, there's a rule book right to your bottom of your screen to your left, and there's one at the top right. There's no excuse to that. Now, if you personally want to learn something, come talk to somebody. You know what I mean? Come up to me. Guys, and we're recruiting a lot. I've recruited at least 4 FTOs this week. You know what I mean? We're working on it. It's a work in progress. We're getting there. But one thing is for certain is a lot of people are going to complain about this, that, and the third. But how many people are actually going out of the way to pull off to the side and say, "Hey, I need help with my violations"? I haven't heard one officer come up to me and say, "I need help with my violations."
I've had 5 just the last week.
So, okay,
I've
well,
had 5 just the last week.
Damn.
Well, here's the
Send
thing.
them our way.
That's good. Send them our way. Send them our way. But here's the thing.
Okay.
We're just talking over each other, talking about how we can't figure something out. There's solutions, guys. We gotta tell these guys to be motivated. Hey, you guys need to learn something? Come talk to us as training officers. Pull us to the side. Dispatcher, text me on Discord. Text Turner. Hey guys, look, this guy came up to me today. He needs to learn some violations. Then I know, hey, let's do a violations class. Because if we keep doing a bunch of meetings, a bunch of classes, I've already seen like 7 complaints, which it comes with it. But they're like, oh, another meeting. Well, how about these people need to come out of the way and pull someone to the side and say, hey, I need to learn something about this. I don't know what's going on with this. Instead, everyone's using a blame game. You know what I mean? There's blame games going on around where it's like, well, we're not doing this. We're not doing violations enough. That's not the problem. The problem is people are not speaking up or coming to somebody. You guys have to find some type of comfortability to with a few officers. Go closer and be like, hey, can you help me out with this? Hey, could you help me out with this? Yeah, exactly. Put it this way: closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard, guys. We're not gonna learn something if we don't say something. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to complain, and I hate that, but it's the truth. If people are just complaining, but they're not actually going out of the way to learn something, it just creates more problems. You know what I mean? Sorry about that, Hannah. You need to say something?
Yes, I actually, once I brought this problem up, I was thinking about a solution, which is if the FTO team is already done with their trainings and stuff, they can find the most person that could be helpful and ask the new person, the
That was a long arrest I just did.
to go on a 10-12 with them and just let them have the arrest and walk them through it.
So we do have that program.
Yeah, we
It's
did
in
that
the
already.
it's in the unbadged rules. We tell you to ride with a vested or higher, preferably
Yeah.
ride with a
Yeah,
vested or higher.
like today,
Yeah.
Genesis got her first arrest. It was a struggle, but she was like trying and walking her through the violations and stuff. Like she still needs like some progress, but she's doing it.
Yeah, I had a rule when I was coming up. I didn't ride with nobody unless there was a suit or a major, because I know they got mad experience when it comes to out there in the field. I'm not riding with another badge officer, and I'm not riding with somebody on the same level as me. How am I supposed to learn? And we don't know nothing, so we don't go out here and bump our heads together. I rather take Dollars with me or James with me. At least, you know what I'm saying, one of the big dogs can teach me something. You know?
Shit.
No,
That was a good
You're
one.
teaching us
I'm
something.
gonna try to
Turner's
get
Yeah,
teaching us
right.
something half the time.
Yeah, it's the other way around. That was a good one.
Hey, I've got a solution. I do have a
Yeah,
solution. Okay,
let's do
and
it.
I'm willing to donate my time right now. Okay,
Ooh,
I'm putting it out there right
me
freaking
too.
now.
Me too.
Every Monday, every single Monday, I will have a macro and violation
Kenji,
class,
come here, Kenji.
and I will put it on, and I will put it on Discord, and we will come in here, and I will walk everybody through it. That way, no other FTO is complaining about being burnt out. I'm the one that's doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Okay, I'm
That's
motivated too.
good.
I support it.
I can send you some of
That's
my
a done
videos
deal.
too, because there was a highly detailed Forsythian way that we did it before, and I just read from the thing and went over it blow by blow and went over everything with them. And I'll go ahead and also ping everybody with the tracking beacons class, because the last one I did was finally 15 minutes instead of 30. So I'll ping everybody with that too.
Yeah, Monday sounds perfect.
James,
Yeah.
there is one thing that like
James, can you take care of that on the top of the
like
screen right now?
oh my god.
What is it?
There is one thing that medics used to do. Like,
Mr.
when
Jeffrey
they do
William just put
meetings.
somebody in jail and didn't even have his
Hold up,
PC on at
Hannah
all.
speaking, Rob. Hannah was speaking. That's very. But hold up.
Okay, so there is a thing where medics used to do is actually like when they post a meeting, they're gonna put like keywords in chat. So to make sure people actually watch the meeting. So he can do the macros class and the violation class one time, post it in Discord, and whoever is new have to watch that. And for them to pass the rank up, they have to give the keywords.
Or even better, Hannah. Just going off of what you just said, that's actually a great idea. TO send list is put that video on the actual. That way, they have that video, and if they don't watch it, that is their own fault.
Yeah, the cadets got a training like that too. The cadets training when they actually join PD, they have to watch videos. They got like 4 videos they have to watch. They're like 30 seconds long. So we could probably do something like that, 15, 20 seconds long.
And I'm surprised I haven't heard about it yet, but I'm sure it's been going on and I just haven't heard about it. Is people placing the violations in the wrong categories with all these new hires that we have? So I'll put that out in my little ping tonight with the stuff, so everybody can watch
Yeah,
it.
not to cut you off. Not to cut you off, DFG. So you know, it's a lot of confusion to them because you know that being that they changed it up now, it's not. They reworded that. Yeah. So they put the right terminology.
James,
oh, good.
I will admit, James, I have actually done that. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually put 3.2 in the civil side and a 2-pointer in the oneer side. I'm not even gonna lie. I've done it because I wasn't paying attention to whenever you pop up the violations and actually said civil right at the top. I did not see that.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know that other part.
Teamwork. I like this.
Hey James, I'm sorry. I got one more thing. I'll pop out in a minute.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
So, just a reminder for everybody: be careful when arresting, making sure you're dropping the correct macros and all that good stuff. I can neither confirm or deny that I may have forgot a macro on an arrest recently to a known troll. So, just be careful. Make sure you're doing things right, doing it by the book, so you don't get in trouble and we don't get in trouble.
Also, one other thing that I want to bring up real quick, guys. Please have your radios on, and if someone is calling for backup, please do your best to respond. We do not need like 20 people down doing PD 1 and 2. I'm not saying that there was. I'm just saying. I noticed that a lot of the times people are asking for backup. There's usually a lot of people down in the PDG helping out with the class, which we're glad you guys help with the class. But we also need people out there helping fellow officers as well. I have had, I don't know how many complaints. Matter of fact, what's his name? Raw Dollars. He got upset. Was it yesterday you got pissed off?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it.
No, I'm not trying to bring the situation up, but I'm just saying you were upset yesterday about it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, we need to respond to backups, like especially if you're seeing it up in blue chat and you're just standing around in the garage, or you don't have your radio on, which I will be 100% raw. I do apologize. Yesterday, I did not have my radio on, and I'm
Nah, it's all love. Ain't no big deal. You good? You good, man? You good?
I'm just letting everybody know. I'm just as guilty as everyone in here. Okay, I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, but we need to try to do better at that because the complaints are getting ridiculous.
Now the issue that I had was it wasn't even the backup. I just needed I needed inmate transport because for some reason our cruiser had got taken or stolen or something like that. So when we was chasing somebody, excuse me and MG Kenji, and I forgot who it was that was with us yesterday too. I think it was Trinity or whatever the case may be. So when we was bringing the two suspects back, and upon of us en route to PDG, we didn't have no cruiser. So I'm on the radio requesting for, and nobody say nothing. But then somebody comes on the radio and asks me for help. I'm like, that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Also, when you guys pull into PDG with your suspects or whatever it may be, when you guys park your vehicles outside there or you guys come into PDG with them, please lock your vehicles because we have had so many freaking trolls. These trolls will come in here and these cadets will jump in those cars, take off. I had, 3 different times yesterday where a troll would go outside, kill civilians, and then now we've got a whole bunch of gang members on our ass whenever it was cadets doing it. We have no control over them.
Hey, Ali, they can unlock the cars. We
They're gonna unlock them. Yeah, wow. They have access. They have access to them. So the only thing is this. This is the only thing though, right? So they have access to the cadet cars, right? If they spawn them. But hear me out. But if we spawn our cars and it's locked, they can still get in them shits regardless because they have a key.
What? That's
wild.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
That's fucking wild. That should be a bug. We gotta report that.
You know what's crazy is we can't get in their cars because I tried to get in the cadet car. We can't get in it.
But we can't get in their car. No, but they can get in our cars.
They have more permission than us.
No, that's crazy. No, we got to put that in with
They got to bring it up to admin or something. Whoever is the people that talk to admin, they got to talk to them.
No, that is an update. They got that when a new update happen, because they're gonna have it in a couple months. They need to change that. Just change
Hey,
that one right
what
there.
do you guys think about in the
Hey,
meantime, like just arresting them and booking them in through the front of PD, like going through floor one, and just so that way our cars are in the front of the PD and locking them out there, and
I
then
mean, they can still get in them.
They still gonna
They
get
gonna
on
still get on.
No,
regardless.
not if you put them in that personal place where it actually despawns your car, and then you guys both go into the front, and
Oh
then
And then it
Yeah.
jump
spawns.
back.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, you
Yeah.
see what I'm
Despawn.
saying? That's
Or
exactly
you
what I'm saying.
just keep track on what squad car you're
That you spawn. Yeah, that you spawn.
You know, in IRL life, when you're an officer, they give you a car.
Your own personal.
Your
Yeah.
car, your car would be like car 21. You know what I'm saying? Anything happen, you're responsible for this car 21. So if you respond to a PD cruiser, you're responsible for that cruiser. So whoever respond like that way, we keep track on. We don't have just keep on responding cruisers and cruisers are sitting in the garage. You know what I'm saying? So. Or we can rotate cruisers and just stop using so many cruisers. You know what I mean?
The only bad thing about that, Turner, is if let's say you spawned me a car to where I'm responsible for it, but I have an IRL situation and I cannot tell. I just say out of service. Right then and there, if someone cadet jumps in there, then I'm getting in trouble for something that I wasn't even on the game for. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at that point in time, I'm just saying it would
We can
just
keep
be
track
easier
though.
if it would just be easier if like we did start despawning them at floor one, and then whenever we decide to go back out, because we're already in a green zone, so if we despawned them at floor one, took them in through the front, and then went over to the garage to spawn another car, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I wouldn't think.
Hey, James, I got two things to add to that.
Okay.
This is my opinion on it. Let them take them. Take every one of them. Matter of fact, let's just spawn 1,000 of them. Let's spawn 1,000 of them and let them start parking them all across the city and let admin deal with it. Right? Let them handle it. They'll figure out it's a problem. The second thing is my CI told me that there are cadets / trolls waiting for y'all to get out so they can take them somewhere else, like at HP or wherever y'all may be. So you got to keep that in mind too.
Oh, yo, Turner, tell them about that day when we was over there cruising the city, and we seen all them damn squad cars up under the ship.
By the mining job, if you ever open up your map right now, by the mining job, and if you look to the right by the beach, you'll see that you see the ship. You see the ship. It's right there to the right by the beach. It's like a L. PD. Yeah, it's like the mining job. I got my gas station. I own a gas station right there. That gas station to the right there on the beach. You'll see the shipwreck. Inside that shipwreck is like a little hole. They put in all the.
It was crazy how many of them was in
that hole.
Eventually, somebody will complain enough to where they'll stop.
The admin would deal with it. Say less.
Yeah, let admin get their ass.
All hell, Chiefy.
All right.
I got one last thing to add. One last thing to add.
All right, I gotta go.
Wrap it up.
Okay, it'll be quick. Just if you guys are interested in FTO, please let me know because we can never have too much FTO. Because we do need help with training. The way I've been doing it is I've been designated different officers to do different tasks. So like one officer will do a macro test, another officer will do the TWP, another officer does the other one. But if we could get more, it'll make it faster and easier, and the workload won't be as much.
Okay, Chief, do you got anything to add?
No, most of the important stuff we said it in the meeting on Sunday. But please, from now on, no more fall chat if you're not a general. Because yesterday just got so much confusion with Army. So please stay away from the fall chat.
Copy.
Okay. I guess that's it, folks. We need to go to hiring in a minute.
Just do it. Thank you guys. Appreciate everyone.
We got 15 minutes. 15 minutes to hire.
Yeah, we got a little
Okay.
bit.
NLP, I'm about to
Thank
start
you,
grilling. I'm about
devil.
to hop on. Right.
All right.